Good morning, everyone. Today we will start the subject Irrigation Engineering, and the first unit is Introduction and Water Application Methods. Before starting the subject, we should know what is irrigation, what are its aims, necessity, benefits, and defects. What is irrigation? The process of artificial application of water to the soil for the growth of agricultural crops is termed as irrigation. It is a science of planning and designing an efficient, low-cost, economic irrigation system. It is the engineering of controlling and harnessing the various natural sources of water by constructing dams and reservoirs, canals and headworks, and finally distributing the water to the agricultural fields. Irrigation engineering includes the study and design of works in connection with river control, drainage of waterlogged areas, and generation of hydroelectric power. What are its aims? Water is one of the essential elements of human existence. The main objectives of irrigation supply are as follows. Number one, ensure enough moisture essential for plant growth. Number two, provide crop insurance against short duration drought. Number three, cool the soil and atmosphere to provide a suitable surrounding. Number four, wash out or dilute harmful salt, chemicals of the soil. Number five, reduce hazards of soil piping. And number six, soften the tillage pan. What is the necessity of irrigation engineering? Irrigation, the artificial means of supplying water, becomes important for plant growth in the following cases. Number one, if rainfall is less than the demand for plants, irrigation is necessary to fulfill the water requirement of plants. Number two, the difference in water holding capacity of the soil plays an important role in the necessity of irrigation supply. Number three, if rainfall is sufficient but special distribution is not as per requirement, irrigation becomes necessary. And number four, if rainfall is sufficient, special distribution is also good, but temporal distribution is not as per requirement. Irrigation water is necessary for plants. Now we will see what are the benefits. Here I have cited 8 points of benefit. Number one, yield of crops. In the period of low rainfall or drought, the yield of crops may be increased by the irrigation system. Next, increased food production. The yield of crop irrigated by systematic planning is almost 2 to 4 times as compared to rainfall farming. Irrigated farming permits use of better variety of seeds, early maturing hybrid seeds. Number three, protection from famine. Increased production of food is used to build buffer stocks made available during shortages, that is famine. Further, drinking water and water required for domestic use is available from impounding reservoirs. Number four, social impact. In the commanded area, food production increases, supply of food and water is assured. This has the impact that more money is available with the farmers, increasing their purchasing capacity, causing increased circulation of money in the market and thus raising the living standards of farmers and others. Number five, flood control. Irrigation reservoirs detain the flood for a significant time period and thus reduce the concentration, that is the value of the peak or a maximum flood. This reduces the destructive capacity of the flood and hence control the flood. Number six, hydropower. In multipurpose projects besides irrigation, the reservoirs are used for hydropower generation. Number seven, employment potential. The farm labor has no job for 2 to 4 months in a year on dry farming, while a continuous job is available on irrigated farming. Number eight, water supply. The canals and the reservoirs provide water supply for domestic and industrial needs of nearby villages and towns. What are the defects of irrigation? Over-irrigation after a certain limit, called optimum irrigation, which corresponds to the maximum yield, the crop yield reduces if further irrigation is provided. Bad farm management. Bad farm management includes fields not properly leveled, weeds not removed, suitable seeds not selected, proper dose of irrigation not provided at proper stage of plant growth. This leads to wastage of water and reduction in yield. Number 3, improper tiling. The fields have to be plowed parallel to the contours, which enables irrigation water to infiltrate and percolate in the crop root zone. Number 4, bed planning. At the stage of investigations, it must be ensured that the soil is irrigable. Otherwise, the water is wasted, marshiness is created, yield is reduced. The irrigation structures have to be located, constructed, and maintained properly to avoid seepage, leakage, etc. The next slide is about irrigation development in India. Irrigation in India includes a network of major and minor canals from Indian rivers, groundwater well-based systems, tanks, and other rainwater harvesting projects for agricultural activities. Of this groundwater system is the largest. In 2013-14, only about 47.7% of total agricultural land in India was reliably irrigated. The largest canal in India is Indira Gandhi Canal, which is about 650 kilometers long. About two-thirds cultivated land in India is dependent on monsoons. Dams used for irrigation projects help produce electricity and transport facilities as well as provide drinking water supplies to a growing population, control floods, and prevent droughts. The status of irrigation in Northeast India within this 5 years, TAC has given clearance to 38 projects in Northeast India, out of which major number of the projects, that is 26, are flood and erosion control projects. Rest of the 12 projects include 6 irrigation projects, 3 barrage projects, and 3 multi-purpose projects. All these 12 projects involve irrigation as a major component. Among the 12 projects, 5 projects draw special attention because of the humongous cost escalation and time overrun in the construction of these projects. 3 out of these 5 projects are located in Manipur, whereas 2 are located in Assam. Here I have shown a table with name of the project, year of starting, original cost, considered in 2009, considered in 2012. Please go through it thoroughly. The status of irrigation in Northeast India. Number 1, Dhansiri Irrigation Project in Darang district of Assam is another glaring example of mind-blowing time and cost overrun. Number 2, Champamati Irrigation Project in Chirang district of BTAD Assam presents a very unique case. That's all for today. Thank you so much.